All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Quadash, which is the true name of the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, our two great kings, the gods that the King James Bible speaks of, which again, the true name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, who the world in ignorance calls Christ. True name is Yahweh Shai. Second of all, I want to give the honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Elder Tahar, and on down that rule and teach well. And third of all, I want to give a peace and safety to the hopeful elect out there, the brothers that push this truth, the truth of the King James Bible, and all truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. Alright, so I just want to do a short in transit lesson on however long the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai allows it to go. And I want to name the video, no matter who you are or how much you got, you're still under the curses and you can't escape them. Alright, and Lord wills, brothers, and see on the screen, the inspiration for this lesson comes from this video here that was put up by I forget how you pronounce the guy's name, but this is for fair use purposes only. I'm not using this for the monetary gain, just for educational purposes only. Fair use, fair use. I think his name is Haji Abad or something like that. I think it's some Muslim name. But he does boxing content, all right, or whatever. And I'm pretty sure all the brothers out there are aware of what happened to Terrence Bud Crawford. I think it was last night. All right, Lord Will's brothers can see on the screen. The title of the video is hold on, Salakia. Terrence Crawford held at gunpoint by police in Omaha after Canelo parade, key to the city. All right, so in his hometown, because I believe he's from Omaha, Nebraska. In his hometown after the parade, all right, he got stopped by the police. All right, again, Terrence Bud Crawford in his hometown. All right, pretty famous guy. All right. Especially in his hometown, you gotta know at least, and it's because I know the whole boxing isn't as popular as it once was. More people are into UFC, but Terrence Crawford is a pretty household name. He's a pretty big name in boxing. All right, especially after the W that he just got over Canelo. All right, because Canelo is like the face of boxing. All right, so you better believe people know his name and people know who he is. All right. And again, in his hometown, in his home state, in his hometown actually, all right, this happened to him. So it wasn't like it was in in Florida or California or Texas or somewhere like that. It was in his home state, in his hometown. This happened to him. All right, and the cop probably knew who he was, but he saw the Most High sword, the Most High whipping stick. All right. Who the Heavenly Father uses to, put Jake in their place or to punish Jake. He received that, what we call that nigga wake up call. All right, that nigga wake up call. All right, and I don't know, Terrence Crawford personally, but he seems like a pretty down to earth guy. But sometimes Most High give Jake that reminder, man. All right, yeah, I bless you with I gave you this. Well, really, it's not. Well, yeah, because the Most High did give him substance. All right, made you a great fighter. All right, gave you the talent to fight. Gave you riches and all of that. But at the end of the day, you're still under the curses, and Jake forget that sometimes. Some Jakes forget that. All right, that you're still under the curses. There's no escaping the curses. All right, no matter who you are. All right, how much money you have, or whatever. There's no escaping these curses. All right, and this is more proof. All right, which there's been many examples. All right, many examples, but this is just more proof. Another example to show that you can't escape the curses. Salakia, that you can't escape the curses, and you're gonna stay under the curses. All right, until the Heavenly Father delivers us out of this place. Which we long for that day. We can't wait for the Heavenly Father to get us out of this place, because once that happens, once Babylon the Great is destroyed, and the punishment of our iniquity, the punishment for our iniquity, Salakia, is accomplished or done, all right, then the curses will be lifted from the curses, and they'll be reversed and put on our enemies. All right, but until that day, You're still under the curses. Again, no matter how much money you got, all right, no matter who you are, you're still under the curses at the end of the day. All right, and again, this is more proof. All right, so I'm not gonna play the video because I don't know, if that guy's sensitive about his content or whatever. But it's like it. Let's go to Deuteronomy 28. All right, because Jake, again, the Most High has to give Jake that wake up call sometimes, because again, Jake will forget after they receive their constellation or whatever, or get some kind of prestige in this place or in this world, in Esau's world. All right, they forget that they're still under the curses, and again, the Heavenly Father has to give Jake that wake up call. All right. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth even into the other, which is a curse in itself. Us, like in the world, is a saying, united we stand, divided we fall. All right, that's a curse. The Lord separated us from each other. All right, and put an animosity between the northern and the southern and northern kingdom. All right, which is also a curse. So we don't look at, the so-called Negroes and Latinos and Native and Seminole and Native Indians don't look at each other as brothers and sisters, which in reality we are. We're the same people, all right? But that's a curse. The fact that we got separated and the Lord put that animosity between us, all right? The Lord shall scatter thee among all people from one end of the earth even into the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. Verse 65, and among these nations, right, the top nation being Esau, among these nations shalt thou find no ease, right? Among these nations thou shalt find no ease. All right, again, in his hometown, after celebrating, victory, if we come back up, why not come back up? But yeah, in his hometown, Terrence celebrating a big victory, all right, in his hometown. All right, Esau pulled him over and held him at gunpoint. Pulled the strap on him. All right. So it says, among these nations thou shalt find no ease, neither the sole of thy foot have rest. Right. You find no ease. All right, at all. Neither shall the sole of thy foot have any rest. Constantly working, constantly moving. Even he said it. He was speaking about I watched a video with him the other day, and he was speaking about because in this world you always have to do something to keep that money, to stay afloat. You always have to do something, which that's a curse. All right, one of the curses that fell on our forefather Adam. All right, by the sweat of thy face or the sweat of thy brow, roughly paraphrasing, thou shalt get thy bread. Meaning you have to work for your food, you have to work for everything. All right, especially in this place, especially here in America. All right, some people in America work 7 days a week, and he was speaking about that. He was saying how he didn't want his kids to box. All right, you getting punched in the head. That's what he has to do for money. Get punched in the head, punched in the body, weighing his body out, all that training and shit like that. All right, you find no ease amongst these nations at all, amongst Esau, because he's constantly effing with us. All right, and you're constantly on the grind, so your foot have no rest here. All right, constantly moving, constantly doing something to stay afloat, especially if you're rich. But the Lord shall give thee a trembling heart. Right, a trembling heart. He's good. Cop pull you over and pull a gun on you, man. You get jump out, pull a gun on you. That's happened many times. And some Jakes don't live to tell the story. Some Jakes get put to death. All right. Shall give thee a trembling heart and failing of eyes and sorrow of mind. Right, and sorrow of mind. All right. You got to think, I'm Terrence Crawford or whatever. All right, and this guy pulling me over and pull a gun on me. All right, and Jake in general though. All right, have a sorrow of mind. No matter how much you got at the end of the day, something will always depress you in this place because of the curses. All right, again, he's celebrating probably the biggest victory in his life. All right, in his home state or in his hometown, and the cop pull him over and pull a gun on him. That ruined, you better believe that ruined his whole mood. All right. He probably won't say it, but it'll ruin his whole mood. Give him a sorrow of heart. Because again, the Most High always give you that reminder. All right, that you're still a slave, you're still in captivity, and you're still under this devil. All right. Verse 66, and thy life shall hang in doubt. Right, the good dude put a gun. The good dude could have shot him. She could have murdered him right there, put him to death right there. All right. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee. Because again, there's plenty of jakes that has happened to, and most jakes don't live to tell the story. Don't live to tell it. All right. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shall have no insurance of thy life. Right, again, he could have died right there. He could have got put to death right there. No insurance of thy life. Every time you step out the door, you're risking your life pretty much. All right, in this place. Psalms 23rd chapter speaks about the valley of the shadow of death, which is America. The wisdom of Solomon speaks about through envy of the devil came death in the world. And who's the devil? Esau. All right, the physical counterpart of Satan. All right. So in this world, us being under the curses, especially here in America, you step out the door, you could die. You might not come back home that next day, that night, Salakia. All right. And again, that cop could have blew him away right there. Verse 67, in the morning thou would say, well, Yahweh, it were evening. Right, you're just hoping that, you just wish the day be over with, for the day to come and go. All right. In the evening thou shalt say, well, Yahweh, it were morning. Right, days be so fucked up and so bad, you just, man, I can't wait for this day to be over with. All right. And Yahweh is like it, and even that thou shalt say, well, Yahweh, it were morning. For the fear of thy heart wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thy eyes which thou shalt see. Right, because again, one of the curses under this devil, a man that hates us, our sworn enemy. All right, in the land of our sworn enemy. All right, and he's on top, and he does everything in his power, all right, to oppress us, all right, to, basically oppress us. All right, but again, that it shows that, it's a wake-up call, man. It's just a wake-up call to Jake. No matter how much money you got, Slack it, brothers. No matter how much money you got, no matter how much money you got, who you think you are, or whatever, all right? Doesn't matter. You're still under the curses, all right? And you won't be able to live in peace and harmony, all right, until the curses are lifted off of us. No Israelite. I don't care, again, how much money you got or who you are. You never live in peace and harmony, all right, here in this place. Ask any of them guys. Ask P. Diddy. Ask him. All right? Ask him. Esau's lap boy, house and nigga, whatever, did everything that Esau wanted him to do. All right? Betrayed his own people to sin for a season. And look at him now. Now he's in jail. All the money in the world, he can't get out. All right? And they still won't let him out. And many other cases. All right, of Jake, bending the knee to Esau, all right, and then, the Esau stab him in the back, and they get in a situation that they can't get out of. All right, like the scriptures tell us in Sirach, never trust thy enemy. All right, so, yeah, man, no matter who you are, if you're an Israelite, so-called Negro, Latino, or Native, or Seminole Indian, rather you like it or accept it or not, you're under the curses. All right, and the curses won't be lifted until America, Babylon the Great, is destroyed. All right. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Quadash. Double honors again to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and safety to you brothers that push you truth and sincerity. And with that, I'm gonna say Shalom.